Okay. Reconnection successful.
To
We're
wrap-
back. We're live again. Hi. Sorry about that.
To
I'm
wrap
a
up
nudge
our
to the thing.
conversation,
Okay, we're all stunned anyway.
True. To wrap up and move on, donate blood if you can. Donate regularly because that shit expires. So
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you can't donate, pass the word on
Yes.
and remind other people.
Or support someone who can donate by like giving them a cookie at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this you telling me to make cookies?
Yes, always.
Okay. Well, we'll need more on salted
Or
butter.
tell your boss to set up a blood drive because it's good marketing.
True.
Like, even if you, yeah, it's like, come up with whatever spiel gets corporate to do what you want.
True.
Absolutely. Nothing better than manipulating large corporations.
True. Mayhap I should get like a rubber band to like get this seated in more. Fun.
Yeah, I feel like you maybe need like something a little more significant there.
Yeah, I think I will get a rubber band and try that next time.
Either that, or mayhaps we will have to move off of the couch.
No. That's not the issue. Is if it gets nudged at all, sometimes it comes undone.
Yeah.
So if I like rubber band here to here, it should be fine.
Yeah.
So I will do that if I remember.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But
That's all fine.
I've officially started writing again. I've been bitten with the fan fiction bug.
Oh, nice.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, Emma, do you want to tell them about how you managed to stealth lock a boss yesterday?
Oh,
and save our asses?
Yeah, so for context, during Pathfinder last week, I was able to, I guess not for context, but this is the second week in a row I've managed to like basically pull off something super cool. So for the last week, during our Pathfinder game, I basically somebody cast a 10th level, which is a super high level spell version of Immolate on my character. What?
Disintegrate.
Was it Disintegrate or Immolate?
It was Disintegrate.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I will trust Leaf on that one. It was Disintegrate. And this is the spell that literally had disintegrated like a super powerful character about 5 seconds earlier.
Yep.
But my character happened to have just taken the spell riposte. So I literally just countered the spell and they disintegrated instead of me. So I did that and it was really close, but I pulled it off and it looked super cool. And then this week we were we had the opportunity to like showcase our skills, and we did a showcase event, and then the next one was like this like super boss event, and my character who is naturally a pretty cautious and a little more like cunning person,
and told us not to fight the super boss.
So not to fight the super boss. And then it would probably be better to like watch other people do it because, you know, that would be like we want to get a feel for the other teams, right? We should be scoping out our competition. My character was roundly ignored, and so there we are fighting the super boss, and shockingly, the super boss is super bad, like a really, really scary boss. Like really fucking bad, and it looks like we're going to be like totally wiped by this super bad boss. Probably not like TPK'd because this is just an exhibition match, but still, it's not good. And at the end of the first round, he casts a spell that makes half the party surrender. Because it's like a mind control ability.
Yep. Also, Cap says hi. We're talking about what happened in Fist of the Ruby Phoenix yesterday.
Yeah. So half the party surrenders. So we're down to half of our usual members.
And only one melee combat, which is my character going against this boss.
So I am like, okay, well, no point saving the high level spells. And I've already cast one pretty major high level spell. I cast my second major spell. And I critically succeed, which means that I do 80 damage.
But didn't they roll a nat 1 in against your save? 'Cause
Yeah.
It was a...
Well, okay, fine. They critically fail a save rather than me
Yes.
critically succeeding a roll.
Yeah. I mean, it's just slightly different because it was Phantasmal Calamity, which can target multiple people, can't it?
It can.
Yeah.
Anyway, they critically fail. So I deal 80 damage and I stun them for a round.
Yup.
Well, no. They critically fail. If I critically fail, they have to make me a reflex save to see if they get stunned. And they critically fail that one, or they fail that one too by like 1. So they're stunned until they can succeed on a will save.
Mm-hmm.
So they spend 2 whole rounds just like staring out into space, at which point the match is called. So basically, my character went from, I don't want to do this is a really bad idea, to she's the entire reason we won.
Yup.
And then at the end, after she's used a bunch of her really high level spells to fight these people, because we're still in the same day, we get the announcement that we're going to be doing an exhibition match against our rival team, who we like really need to grind into the ground because emotional support reasons.
Sure, Caps is nice. Yeah. We actually get to fight the alternate universe version of my character for the first time.
Yeah. Because damn it, somebody else is gonna have to pull their weight now, because Kahina can't keep single-handedly destroying people.
True.
She has already single-handedly destroyed the last two fights.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that was the last 2 sessions. So it was really, really fun because my character kicked ass.
She did kick ass, yes.
So, yeah, the point is the new level up's been gone really well for me, and I got to use all my fun new spells. And terrible things happened to my
And I rolled 2 nat 1s in a row.
And Leaf had a slightly less good session.
Yep.
Poor Kaneko did not
Do very well.
do very well.
Man, we're gonna kick the Light Keeper's asses.
Yes, if only I had spell slots.
You still have spell slots.
I mean, yeah, but I'm running out. I can't keep...
I highly doubt we're gonna do another combat today. Today in game.
Today in-game, maybe. We'll see.
Are you joking?
I don't know. Maybe we'll get attacked by another army of Terracotta soldiers and have to do like 6 combats in a row after a
Oh my
full
God.
day of fighting.
Yeah, that was the meanest thing Ellie has ever done to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness to Ellie, like,
We had support.
yeah. Like,
But
and like,
oh boy.
My spell deck wouldn't let me put converts in.
That's not good.
It's glitched.
Unfortunate. Do you want me to cast then?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, then I will cast on myself rather than on you. No blading the
I mean,
dad.
he doesn't have that many health. I don't think it'll
No.
be a problem for us, but
No. It'll be fine. I just...
Oh my god, it's her.
It's her!
It's her.
Oh, she's.
But it is very fun. You know, there are 2 characters in our team with attack of opportunity. So if we're flanking, and these 2 characters are my character and our summoner character, who tend to flank with each other a lot.
Yeah.
So now if someone casts a spell in between us, we can both hit.
Yeah, there was a moment where the BBEG cast or a spell, and you and oh my gosh,
Hope.
You and Hope just looked. Well, no, it's you and Arya looked at each other.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, yes we did.
and just kind of like cackled.
Yes. Yes. And there was also a moment when I realized that Ellie was trying to proc attack of opportunity where I was making eye contact with Ellie. That was a fun session.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of fun because we all have a really good feel for each other as a group now. So all of a sudden, like, the GM knows us really well. We know the GM really well. We all have a feel for what everybody else in the party is doing.
Yeah.
Like, we're an experienced team.
Yeah.
And that wasn't true a year ago. And so it's really fun to feel that now.
No, I wasn't even there a year ago.
I know. But now we're like...
So I think I would have just started playing a year ago.
Yeah.
I started like right in the new year.
Yeah. We had just started.
Truth. Cap says that's good Pathfinder, which is accurate.
True.
I'm excited for our home table to get to that point.
I kind of agree. It's going to be a good... Like, once you get into a good flow, it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun already, but like...
Yeah.
There is nothing better than you know the mouthy people at your party are gonna start bullshitting the moment.
You need to tell Sam what you decided for your character's backstory.
So I have had this in the back of my mind for this character because this character started at level 10. And so I was like, you know what would be really fun if before she was in this campaign she did Hell's Rebels. But I hadn't like made it like canon because I was like, I don't know. I haven't talked to Ellie about it. And I was like, I had half in my mind. And then I was just like, I kind of mentioned offhand going to Cheliax, and you were like, did you do Hell's Rebels? I was like, I really want to. And everybody else was like, oh, absolutely, that's what your character did. Because it makes a lot of sense for her as a character too. So yeah, no, the prequel to this campaign was this character did Hell's Rebels, which means that she's now overthrown 2 different fascist governments.
Cap says that's fun.
And there's the post-game option for her to overthrow a 3rd.
4, technically. Because there's the one in Arcadia.
Yeah.
And depending on how long it takes us to get to modern day Earth, it sounds like we might be taking down a secret organization / United States government.
Yeah.
With Task Force Delta.
Yeah. So it looks like my character might just like spend her life going around toppling fascist governments.
As you do.
Because, you know, it's good to have hobbies, I guess.
Ooh, that kind of character whose
life
backstory
well
was I did the Iron's Gods venture path. That's fun.
Nice. So yeah, but you can. I always like. My favorite thing about Ellie as a GM is that whenever you mention something about your backstory, Ellie just looks at you like, "Yes, give me the weapons I can use against you."
Yep.
And I'm like, don't give me that look, Ellie. I could just tell you're plotting against me.
Yep.
Or, you know, in favor of me. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter.
Depends. I think it depends on what they do to you to cause your character to get your contract with your god.
Yeah, I have to assume Ellie's got something absolutely horrible in line for that. And
When you meet Nana and Nandi for the first time.
Yeah, large spider comes to me and is like, you, come and adventure. And I will be like, okay, man, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ouch, my character has been hurted.
Yeah, we're all at like half health.
This guy is proving to be somewhat fierce. Despite his very silly eyebrows.
Nice.
Nice hit.
I'm just that awesome. It's been a week like that, you know,
are
where
that
I
awesome.
just crush. I'm possibly getting slightly overconfident, but
Hannah does not want a war.
I suppose
She
I
doesn't
have
want a
one
war
to
as we're
this
starting a
court.
gang war.
If Ali Baboon and Luther Ray will attend, then tell the Sultana
what's
I'll
life
come
without
too.
a few gang wars?
I don't know, there's so much gang violence in Wizard 101.
So much gang violence.
We were discussing this the other day.
Yeah, gang violence is sort of a continual problem.
Yeah. Me over here mentally assigning the different Deep Space Nine crew characters Wizard 101 classes.
We already assigned them Pathfinder.
Oh, the
True.
Sultana's genie. You are supposed to protect.
My master? She's in danger? What are you
Oh, it's the Silent Sabers. They have her cornered.
The Silence? The Assassin's Guild? No.
Why do I
Cannot
suspect
be.
that perhaps
Quickly,
this
wizard,
guy
into
may
the
have
lounge.
hired the
I
Silent
must save my
Sabers?
master.
Who knows?
It is such a mystery that they left this dude unharmed while they are attempting to kill everyone else.
True. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I think Odo's a balance wizard.
But Odo has balance energy.
And Kira's a fire wizard.
Kira's a fire wizard.
Stay back, you.
Ah.
You want to get to the Sultana? You'll have to step over my dead skull. Well,
Somehow, I am not deterred.
Wait, a contract?
I don't know. What do we think Dax is?
Or I suppose.
Oh god.
Bravado is to be commended, Genie, but it's for naught. We've slain wizards
Storm or
and
ice?
Genie before. We'll deal
I'd
with you
accept
when
Ice
the
Wizard
Sultana.
for Dax, I think.
We need to get Rachel to watch Deep Space Nine now.
We do.
Oh, we can get
Nope.
Sam's opinion on this because he's watched Deep
Sad.
Space Nine. And he's
Sam.
played Wizard 101. Sam,
Opinions.
opinions, if you're still in chat.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut over you, Rachel.
I was gonna say Rachel's allowed to not wish to watch something that we watch. That's a valid opinion.
That's true.
Like, some people are just not Star Trek fans. These people are incorrect, of course. But we
Sam
respect
also
Rachel.
says you should watch Deep Space Nine.
Rachel is allowed to be wrong.
Yes, it's true it's been 10 years, Sam, but you can still have opinions. Since he's played Wizard 101. And you've been watching us play Wizard 101.
That's true.
It's gotta count for something. Barely remember the thematic aspects of the school's fair. Wait, no, he do remember.
Bashir as a life wizard feels very disconnected, though.
Bashir is a death wizard.
Yeah, no, actually, I see that. I
Hey,
hate
give
you.
Bashir the. Oh, isn't Life About Order Odo a life wizard? I would buy that.
Yeah.
Giving Bashir the Lepidstadt Sturgeon archetype.
I mean, I feel like the funny thing about doctors in literally every show is that inevitably they end up committing medical malpractice because the plot requires it.
Has Bashir committed medical malpractice yet?
Not. What?
Does it count if it's a sleeper drone sent to kill you?
What?
The O'Brien thing?
Oh,
I think that would count.
he also does some things where, like,
Things responses from no spoilers.
I mean, okay, this is spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched Deep Space Nine, but like, legally in the Federation,
He is illegal, yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, he's not allowed to practice medicine
Oh.
legally,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's kind of an issue.
Damn. Okay.
Sad for him. Like,
Sad for him.
he should not have a medical license, legally speaking.
Sam says shush spoilers.
I warned. I prefaced this with
Sam, you have to understand, we're both on Deep Space Nine Tumblr. We're both getting different spoilers for the show.
also, I'd like to point out that my parents are massive Deep Space Nine fans, and Leaf's dad is a massive Deep Space Nine fan. So going into this, we had a certain amount of spoilers already.
Yeah.
You have sharp skills, wizard. Thank you all for coming to my.
Like, so I really can't bring myself to be worried about spoilers because it's like, I mean, I already know a bunch of stuff about this show.
This is fair.
Anyway, but yeah, also, I do not know of any other instances of medical practice, but I would like to point out that there are certain times where, like, Bashir is just like, yeah, I don't actually know if this works, and we haven't done human trials yet, but we're just gonna inject you with the thing and see if it works.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's what literally every TV show doctor does. Like, he's definitely, like, does the things where you're like, well, that doesn't see. Also, like, nobody knows what Odo is.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
And Bashir's just treating him, and there's no evidence that any of this is gonna work.
Yeah.
Like, they're just making it up as they go along.
I mean, at least he's upfront about that.
Yeah, but, like, there's a whole scene where he's like, frankly, I really don't know what happened, and I don't know how we fixed you. So...
And then it turns out they didn't fix it.
Entrances?
Oh, was that Rachel?
Anybody want the cantrip chest we all just walked past?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
I'm haven't gone to you guys yet, but
I do think it's very funny that I will like see you guys rendering in the distance with your companion, and then they will disappear slowly.
yeah.
So in a briefly in a cutscene, I'll have 3 versions of the same NPC character just chilling in the background as they slowly fade out of existence.
So to answer your question, yes, I think Bashir has committed medical malpractice.
Yeah.
But I also think that Starfleet is rampant with medical malpractice, so this is not unique.
And malpractice in general.
The engineers actually seem super reliable.
I mean, I wasn't talking about the engineering corps.
What other malpractices are
We
there?
just saw a giant rebellion in the last 2 episodes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's really more insurrection than
I think
malpractice.
Rachel, you went. Yeah, we're over here.
Is Emma here yet?
Yeah,
I'm
she's
here.
here.
Oh, she's.
Are you on
okay,
a
cool.
popsicle?
Yes,
Yes, I am.
Okay,
that is a giant popsicle.
as you do.
What of it?
That's cool. I didn't know that
I
was a
keep meaning
mount
to-
option.
It
It's
occurs
a
to me
temporary
maybe this
mount
is not.
for-
Sorry.
It's far too
Summer, I think.
by coming
Ah.
directly.
Um,
Saved us and yourselves the hassle of a
But it's a 30-day mount.
Come.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy.
Painless.
Yeah.
It
I
occurs
keep
to me-
meaning to equip these temporary ones at the beginning of stream, and then I forget. Okay, now Emma can finish.
Sorry, I was gonna say that this maybe isn't the right place to talk about Deep Space Nine since Rachel has not watched it and Dad hasn't watched it in 30 years.
That's fair. I'm gonna blame you because you're the one hyperfixating on it.
That doesn't seem very fair. You're the one who brought it up.
Am I?
Yeah,
Am I?
yeah.
Rachel, was I the one who brought up Deep Space Nine?
You were like,
I don't
what?
remember.
You were like, what classes were the?
Oh, that's true. But we had been talking about it before then.
You were talking about that before that.
Yeah.
That's true.
That was at the beginning of the conversation.
Is that a good dragon?
Is a good dragon.
That's good. Emma is cuddling her dragon.
Good shummy.
I'm glad you like the shape.
And this swimsh is excellent.
Yee. It wasn't that hard to make if you want to spend 100 hours making one.
See, the fact that you say it wasn't that hard to make, and then you're like, but I spent about 100 hours making it. I feel like you may not know what those words mean.
I mean, the parts were simple, it just took a while.
Uh-huh. I feel like it took
Yeah, there's a
100
difference
hours.
between.
Oh, is that Rachel?
Well, sometimes it's just repetitive.
Yee.
You
Yeah.
know, it's you do a task over and over again.
But I
Which, to
feel
be
like,
fair, is in its own right.
yeah, but I feel like
Um,
time invested is its own level of difficulty.
No, that's fair.
Like, if something takes 100 hours to make, I don't think you can say, oh, it's super easy.
Fair.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
I've made.
I think I said it
I would
wasn't
say
that hard,
simple
not
and
that it was
easy.
easy.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
there's a difference.
So it might be more accurate. It might be more accurate to say it was fairly simple, but it took a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I feel like, you know, like, I've made a
simple
couple.
and easier.
Yeah. Like, I've made a couple of blankets now, and they aren't difficult, but they're definitely not. They're time consuming enough that I can't call them easy,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
True. I am excited to see you bust out your new wobbles kits and actually learn to crochet.
I know. I gotta bust those out, but in my defense.
Oh, did you tell Rachel about this?
No, oh my gosh. I got the coolest thing for Christmas, so now like 4 weeks ago. But it's a Lord of the Rings crochet kit. So it's a bunch of guides for making different little guys
And like scenery pieces too,
and
right?
scenery pieces. Like, it's a bunch of scenes from Lord of the Rings, but in tiny crochet bean form.
Nice.
So basically, this is gonna keep me occupied for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
I also had some Christmas. Well, I have had one Christmas present arrive, belated Christmas present arrive this week, and one is en route.
You know what? Forget what I
Nice.
said. Cautions for the weak.
I got your Christmas
They're
present, by the
both
way. I don't think I ever
cardigan.
told you. Your Christmas
I
present for me
think,
did arrive.
yeah, I think that was communicated at some point.
Okay, good. It's really cool. It is. I need to find something to iron the patch on too, but I'll figure that out.
Are they iron on, or do you have to sew them on?
It looked iron on to me.
I didn't actually.
One of them
Okay,
was
cool.
one of them was a magnet. One of them looked iron on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The one was intentionally a magnet. The patch was because, at least for me, I'm always like, at some point I will run out of space for stickers and magnets, and I was like, oh, cool, they have a patch. More people should offer that as an option.
I really think I need I need to get just like a bag or like a tote bag or a backpack or something that's like. I guess it doesn't have to be like
D&D supplies.
Black, yeah, like something for D&D supplies, like what you've got, like black or like with a pretty simple pattern. And I can just put like pins and patches and all that kind of thing on it. Because I feel like I've got like, I really would like to be able to like when I see a cool pin, I like to be able to have something to put cool pins on, but I don't have something right now.
True. Also, Cap is like little guys, question mark? Yes.
Yes, little guys.
Little guys.
I can make another Balrog because what I always need is more Balrog.
True. Can I ask Eli where they got that bag?
True.
That might work.
Yeah, there's not really space for like patches on that though.
That's true. That's true.
I need something like what Ellie's got.
That's fair. Cap says that little guys are amazing, which is accurate.
Little guys are perfect.
I have been holding myself back from finding crochet patterns for little dolls that I could modify to crochet into has-been characters.
Got such brain rot.
I have such brain rot that I want to crochet a little Alistair to have in my room.
I respect your brain rot, but I was gonna say, I mean, I won't complain about little Alistair.
I will make a little box too if I make an Alistair.
Perfect.
Why are they hitting me?
Cruelty and violins.
Indeed.
Behold.
But a bumps.
Oh, Cap. I don't think Cap's ever seen that spell before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that is allowed. What is it called?
Gaze of Fate.
Yeah, Gaze of Fate is not technically.
It's a legally distinct
Yeah.
creature
It
from a
is
beholder.
legally distinct.
Legally distinct.
It's been in this game for like 10 years.
Yeah. I love legally distinct beholder.
I do have that spell. I've cast it about 3 times
Mm-hmm.
because they kind of screwed it over with the new shadow magic,
Yeah.
as they did with many shadow spells.
Yeah.
I would love to see Wizards of the Coast go after people who make Wizard 101 for that. That would be funny.
I would like to see them try.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to see them try. They would not succeed.
Yeah. Like, at this point, I feel like you would have a hard time arguing.
Wait a minute. Your style of spellcasting. I have heard of you. You're
That,
any
like,
member of the Arcanum is a friend to the
It's
Silent Spirits.
that,
You
like,
hear about the
at a
contract on the
certain,
Sultana.
like, after a
Come
certain
outside.
period of time, you would think it would be more difficult to argue that it's a significant
Mm-hmm.
problem, because, like, it clearly hadn't come up.
Yeah. Also, I'm concerned that this random cat lady, who is an assassin, is a friend of the person who works at the Arcanum. Like, just casually?
I apologize
I'm sure it's
for our
fine.
initial reaction to your visit. If you wish us to cancel the contract on the Sultana, then as to who placed the contract, I fear the Sultana.
Yeah, I'm not surprised it was the Vizier.
I knew
Yeah.
I wasn't being
Oh
straight.
no, the evil advisor who could have foreseen this.
Oh no, I knew he wasn't being straight. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Safe travels to
He
you,
wasn't
friend.
giving straight energy.
Sheesh.
Just realizing I walked past the cantrip ritual chest, but I don't want to go through the loading screen again. Emma's still coming. She can get it this time.
Yeah, I can handle the cantrip ritual chest.
I appreciate your haste. I have been anxiously awaiting your return. Tell us. Fazal, I trusted you. How could you do this? Have you been telling the gangs he's been
Did I somehow
talking,
miss?
eh? I can put a stop to that.
Okay then.
Right in front of the.
No, I've got it. I just somehow it like caught on a corner and didn't actually hit the chest.
And then you gotta wait 7 seconds to do it again.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, okay, what the
I've been there.
fuck?
Been there.
This is why you work through intermediaries. Avoid getting found out that you are viziering against the big head honcho lady. There are so many gangs here, like, oh my goodness.
Many, many, many gangs.
Many.
Yeah.
You can't give a shop a name and not allow me to walk into it.
True.
There's a door and it's got a little sign above it that says like rocks and tomes or books and tomes or something like that. It's a little hard to read because it's all cursive-y. But it's a legible sign, but you can't walk in the door.
That is mean.
That does seem very silly.
The Mirage Girl is actually looking pretty chill.
Get in the.
Oh yes, sorry. I was cleaning out my inventory.
Yeah, the Mirage gear is pretty cool.
That's important too.
What in the sands? First, the Pharaohs swipe our stash, and this is not some random wizard. This is the one who's been working for Sultana Shahzad. Prepare yourself. This will not be an easy fight.
You know, it's nice when they're like, this will not be an easy fight. Prepare yourselves,
True.
baboons. It's like, thank you for appreciating how scary we are.
I love the one guy here who is significantly weaker than all of the other baboons.
Yeah, the gangster who's just, I guess, came in at the wrong time.
Yeah. I love that they have two different like descriptors that are like synonyms, like thuggy goon and thuggy gangster.
Thuggy, goon, and gangster all being the same. Yeah,
exactly. You get me.
Yeah. Well, the really interesting thing about English is that a lot of times those words, like, where they mean almost the same thing, the reason that we have 3 words for it is because they each come from a different language.
Yeah. I mean,
Where does
goon now
goon
has a
come
different
from?
connotation, but yes.
In this case, I don't
Where did
actually...
it? No. We're gonna pretend that doesn't.
That's fair.
Yeah. I actually don't know about this particular instance. I just know that that's often where it comes from. So, like, you see this in, like, legal doublets, right? Like, cease and desist, where one of them was English and one of them was French originally.
Ah. Interesting.
Also, lawyers apparently used to get paid by the word.
That was it, too. So eventually you ended up in this position where, like, they would do legal doublets where they were from the same place, but they were, you know, adding additional words so they got paid more.
Damn.
Because lawyers are known for their scrupulous nature.
I feel like that is probably insulting your father, the
Well,
former lawyer.
you don't want your Norman French judge to mess it up, do you?
No, you don't, right? Because oftentimes you were, you know, some random English dude and you were like, we definitely don't want the judge who doesn't speak English to, you know, fuck it up. And we don't want our, you know, client who doesn't speak French to not know what the contract says.
True. Cap says that the English word is usually the shorter or simpler one. Do you agree?
Oftentimes, yes. Although I will also say that there are some weird ones like cow and beef.
Yeah.
Where cow is the English word because the people raising the cows were English. And beef is the French word because the people eating the beef were noblemen.
Does he do?
So Thug is originally Hindi.
Interesting.
Means thief or deceiver
Yeah.
or swindler.
Yeah.
And as near as I can tell, both goon and gangster have English origins.
Interesting. Damn. Overkill.
Okay then. That solves that problem.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if it's necessarily true in this case. It's just often true that that's why.
We've earned it, haven't we? I certainly think so.
We love talking about words.
Yeah, but like craft and skill are that way, right? Where one of them is French and one of them is originally English.
Yee. Cap said he wouldn't be surprised if
Oh, no, Jan.
goon and gangster had the same like root word, which is fair.
I mean, they do both start with G, and sometimes you end up in a weird position where
I
like
don't think so. Gangster literally comes from people who walk in a group together.
yeah.
Really?
As in, like,
Yeah, well sometimes
which I assume.
sorry.
A gang doesn't
Continue.
always have like a negative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
content,
I'm assuming
right?
it came from
Gang's
one
all
of
here.
those. Like, it used to just say it's a gang of people, and then you hit a time where there was a particularly notorious gang, or you went through a period where most social activities were indoors or solo, so the people walking outside in a group would be criminals. Like, you would hit some weird snag like that where, like, all of a sudden gangster goes from an innocuous term to kind of colliding meaning. That doesn't make that's just, you know what I mean, not what I say.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Thinking about Scooby-Doo now.
The mystery gang.
Exactly. And the Archies. I think they also use the word gang like to describe the Archies group.
Okay.
The word Hector, right?
Yeah.
To Hector somebody comes from, there was a London street gang apparently that named themselves after the Greek hero.
Interesting.
And they would bother people, mug them, so that they said they would say you got hectored. Supposedly.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my brain was thinking of the unit of land measurement.
A hectare. Yeah. Yeah.
There, it's close enough that. Well, the reason my brain went there is because I was listening to it. Came up in an audiobook I was listening to earlier. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget what I was talking to somebody about.
Hector, I should have said, yes.
Yeah, but somehow I was talking to somebody about Sulongs recently, which, yeah, that's I love a Sulong. They're a great unit of measurement if you're a medieval peasant, frankly.
Fair.
Do you guys even care about Sulongs, or can I explain?
I've never heard of a Sulong before.
Please
But I've also
don't
never
do.
heard of hectoring someone either.
So a Sulong as a unit of measurement is a unit of measurement that was used primarily in like a few regions of like England during the medieval period, right?
As you do.
But what's interesting about a Sulong is that it's not a set amount of land. It is the amount of land that can like support a family. So
It varies, yeah.
So a Sulong in one part of the country is going to be different from a Sulong in another part of the country, which is just such a fascinating sense of how units were like.
And here's the question: How big is a family that a Sulong supports?
I really don't think it was that like thought out.
Okay.
And I think at that basically you're talking about an amount of land where like reasonably like you'll be able to feed your family and have some left over for sale in market on a good year.
I mean, yeah, but like family sizes were different from back then to now. So
yeah, but I don't think we necessarily. You would have to look at census records and determine how many living children most people had.
Okay, I thought you might just know that, 'cause that's the thing that sounds like you would know.
I mean, that's super thoughtful of you. I'm flattered that you think so highly of my skills, but I don't know that off the top of my head.
Okay.
My guess would be
When I used to practice real estate law, I would occasionally see rods and chains as units of measurements in legal descriptions.
Where did those come from? Tell me everything.
I forget, like, one is like, I don't know, 16 feet, and one is like,
Right, it's something that was
it's like a hogshead, or
Right. That I love weird land measurements. Like, I really do.
I think the only obscure measurement
I can't remember, but I think like
we love a
like
cubit.
all the alleyways in Minnesota are like a rod or a chain wide.
Huh.
It's not an obscure unit of measurement, but it is a fun story about why the U.S. never adopted the metric system.
Tell me everything.
One of my high school teachers told this story, and I've never actually gone and fact checked it to make sure that she was correct. Apparently, the U.S. was supposed to use the metric system, but the ship that was carrying the new units of measurement sunk or went down in a storm or something like that. And by the time they got around to fixing it, they basically backed out of it or changed their minds and went, "Nah, we're just going to stick with what we have."
Huh. Interesting.
So if that's true, in another universe, that ship didn't go down, and the U.S. does use the metric system.
I think it's very interesting. So I use the metric system for weight only. I use Imperial for everything else.
Take the back entrance into the palace.
That's kind of the same for me. Is I'll use it for.
It's called I
use it for cooking.
Vibe. I use weight measurements a lot at work, but everything else I don't. So.
I use it for cooking, and occasionally I'm measuring.
Because we'll do everything we do is in weights, but the volumes we do are Imperial. So it's like there's like 5,000 grams in a gallon roughly, and it's like that's sure. Depending on the density.
That's not a fun number.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah. I use it in cooking, and I use it occasionally. I'll measure things in centimeters.
But we should probably do this one and then be done for tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I'm realizing there's no wisps in this town at all.
No, it's been a problem.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh wait, that's why I'm at half health constantly. There's no wisps.
I'm conveniently just went up a level, so I'm back at full health. The rest of you maybe should consider dropping a potion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already dropped one earlier.
Wait for a boss, maybe.
I like the snakes arguing about whether the skull deserves to be treated as a human or whether it is exempted from the no humans allowed policy. Their conclusion was that it appeared to be a human skull and therefore should be treated as something that needs to be tossed out.
That is pretty funny.
Makes sense.
Yeah, seems legit to me.
I have the Archie's theme song now in my head.
Good for you.
This obscure show from the 70s that I doubt anyone else in this call has seen.
No.
No? You've seen the Archies?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Is it related to Riverdale in any way?
Yes.
Okay, so
Riverdale is the shitty remake for what I'm aware of.
Well, yeah, I knew there was an Archie's comic, and I knew that Riverdale was based on the comic.
There was a comic and a TV show.
But I
haven't
didn't
read
know
the
if there.
comic.
I assumed when you said the Archies that it was the TV show was also that was an earlier TV show also based on the comic.
Yeah, this one was animated.
Yes. Okay. So I'm correct.
Yes. But from what I'm aware of, Riverdale is very different from the source material.
I did get that impression. I have not watched it.
Like I know quite a bit about the Archies, and when I was hearing things about Riverdale, I didn't even realize it was a remake until like someone had mentioned it was based off of the Archies comic.
Yeah, I don't know.
And like the character names were the same, and from what I can tell, that's about it.
Yeah, that does appear to be the only similarity. Slightly baffling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like at that point, why didn't you just make a original show?
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's
Because
like
I'm not sure if they got any fans of the Archie comics. Like really, like I'm not sure if you really got any Archie fans.
Yeah.
Watching Riverdale because they were fans of the original.
I kind of doubt it.
I don't think so.
In most cases, it's more about the ability to get the show financed in the first place.
True.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you sell it as, like, you know.
I feel like
Archie
at that point they still
update.
could have just made it a spin-off of a show with like a similar vibe and just said, we're making a spin-off of
whatever.
I don't know.
Insert show here.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have gone about it in another way, but
Who knows? Maybe they pitched it 5 different ways and only one of them stuck.
that's true.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of inexplicable stuff has to do with, like, you know, creative people trying to get through the business process.
Yeah.
That is a very good point.
Yeah.
That's why we get so many sequels, right? Because it's much easier to, like, finance
True.
Yeah.
a sequel, a known property, than to do something new.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
true.
sequels and remake. Although it is ironic because I'm honestly at a point where I'm actually slightly less likely to watch like a sequel or a prequel or a spin-off because I'm just so sick and tired of them.
That's kind of where I'm at, to be honest. Unless I really
I
like
think
the
most
original
people
property.
are that way.
Valid. I don't know. I
Actually,
just
for
don't
me,
watch much
it's
media.
the other way around. If I'm mid on something, I'm actually more likely to watch a spin-off or a C prequel. But if I really like it, I probably won't watch it. Watch the new bit because I'm just like, because so many times, especially for when it's an adaptation, if I really like the original, I'm probably going to be unhappy with the remake.
Yes.
So I'm just not going to watch
fair.
it, and I'm going to save myself disappointment.
I
So I haven't
often
watched
skip
Percy Jackson,
movies
and I
of a
haven't
book I
watched
like for that reason.
Yeah, I often don't watch the movie adaptations of books.
Oh yeah.
Half the time I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like this is a book that's going to adapt itself well into a movie. Like,
True.
Yes.
it was a book for a reason, y'all.
True.
Which book?
Oh, this is more
Oh.
of a general statement.
Yeah.
The
okay.
book I was thinking of actually was The Rook, which is so much about the main characters, which they tried to make into a TV show unsuccessfully, I think. And the thing that really struck me when I heard they were making the TV show is it's so about the main character's like internal thought process. I would even go so far as to say it's all like the entire book is about what's going on inside of her head. So like it would be really difficult to successfully portray that in any sort of televised format.
That's true.
Because it's all about what's going on inside of her brain.
Yeah, I think honestly the best
And
adaptation
no one else knows, right?
No
so
one
it's
else knows.
not like you can work it into the dialogue, right? She can't discuss it with anyone else
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's
It's a secret.
I don't know. I think the best
It's a secret.
show like adaptation that I've seen in a while is the Murderbot show.
Yeah, like, and by contrast, Murderbot was great.
Sorry,
And
we
they
not
do
fight
it-
Captain.
Captain Slither.
We didn't get
Apparently
the captain in
not.
somehow. Okay, back in we go.
The thing is with if you read the
I mean, the
Murderbot
other-
books, it's a lot of Murderbot's dialogue, but it's not very much focused on the surroundings as much and like the other characters. It's just Murderbot being autistic in the corner.
I mean, the other thing is that I feel like they handle that really well, though, because they do it all in voiceover. And the Alexander Skarsgård is a good enough actor to pull off, kind of visually representing the character's internal thought process. Yeah, like I feel like that does work.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And
the other thing that I run into with adaptations is so often they want to do a movie or a live action TV show or something like that. And I'm just like, you tell a much better story if you just made this an animated kid series.
True.
That's the other thing. Is like that's a great
thing. Is people fail to understand that animation is a genre and not just for kids.
Yeah, like sometimes it's like sometimes it would be really good if it were for kids. Like it's just like you don't need.
Sorry, animation isn't a genre, it is a medium of storytelling.
Like, you could, like, the other thing is, like, I feel like sometimes it's like, okay, if you did an animated version of this, like, sometimes the reason I think they do a live action version is because they're like, oh, we want to aim it at adults because, you know, the fans of this are adults. And it's like, or you can make the animated kids version and assume that those people are going to watch it with their children.
I mean, the most adult show that I've ever seen is Hell of a Boss, which is an animated show.
Yes. Yes. Oh
yeah, that's the other thing is there is a growing market for adult cartoons in the U.S., which is a good. I'm glad that's
that's great.
I'm glad that's a trajectory we're going with. And honestly, like I think Young Justice, the cartoon series, was actually also kind of in this vein. And maybe there are others I haven't really seen. I don't pay that much attention. So it's possible that there's others in that vein. Because there's a chunk of cartoons that are intentionally like really inflammatory and like adult.
Yeah.
And then there's Young Justice where it's like, we're telling a story with animation that's kind of geared towards older viewers.
Yeah.
And then the cartoon.
I mean, I think you could put She-Ra into a similar category to that. Like, not the same, but
Oh,
no?
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Like, it's not a kid show, but it is an animated show with a higher level of, like, plot and stuff.
I would say
know.
yes.
I guess I'll buy that.
Young Justice also, like, the first season was a little softer, and it started to, it definitely, there was meat there, to build off of, and it did get pretty dark from time to time.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was geared towards a little younger audience. And then the second season was very much like, okay, and our original audience has grown with us.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything past season 1.
I was gonna say, don't talk to me about the second season of Young Justice unless you want a really long monologue, Rachel.
No, I'm not saying it's good, but they did age it up a little bit.
They did,
Anyway.
they did. But I am.
You've got opinions, dear.
I am going to throw
I also
down
didn't
with
watch
the
very much of Young Justice past the first season. So.
I in fairness, I am not angry at you, Rachel. And even if you did enjoy it, I would respect that. But like I
get it.
That new Superman animated show is good.
That's true. My Adventures of Superman is great. I love that.
Yeah.
They've done
there's a lot of things I really liked Percy Jackson as a kid, and I really wish that if they had done and maybe it's still on the table that they because it really would have taken a lot of the budget.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that really bothers me is there's so many shows, there's so many fantasy kids shows that I really wanted to see adapted that got either no adaptations or subpar adaptations because they were so fixated on the idea of live action and trying to recreate the magic of Harry Potter, but also probably just trying to like have movie stars. I don't know. I don't really know what the draw is because on the one hand you get to make big famous stars. On the other hand, a lot of the industry doesn't want big famous stars. They want IP because you can profit from IP in a way that you can control IP, but you can't control people.
Yeah.
So it honestly seems like a better bet to do animation from that angle because, yes, voice actors are
understanding is
popular,
that-
but they don't have
Sorry.
oomph.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My understanding is that animation is more expensive sometimes, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you have to pay for the artist. Whereas...
And if you want good quality animation, it takes up much longer.
That's true. It takes a long time, and it tends to be expensive. That might
And on that note, we should
Yes.
cut off because it's already almost 8:20.
Yep.
Sorry to cut off the conversation, but I am going to end stream.
All right. Sorry, we're going to have to talk about animation another time. Bye!
Yeah. And I don't think I'm going to raid anyone tonight. I am just going to end stream here. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.